Well, this isn't a behavior science in 60 seconds video. This is somewhat related to the behavior science series that I'm doing. I will be returning from that. I'm just taking a quick break from it. This video is focusing on observations about culture and specifically Western culture in relation to how we do things societally. So I've been incredibly fascinated to look at some of the economic-based behaviors that we see out of small organizations, big organizations, and really out of our entire economy. And I'm noticing a very interesting pattern. And this is a pattern that others have noticed before me. So this is not that novel of an observation, but some of the other things that I might be saying might be novel, or maybe some other people said it and I just am not aware of it. But one of the big things that I've been noticing is this pattern of growth. It's constant. It's all about what's the next growth? Where's the next economic growth coming from? Where are we going to get our more growth in? Where are we going to grow to? And one of the things that I've been seeing consistently as a pattern in nature is that there are two main areas where constant growth occurs, and that constant growth is rampant and uncontrolled. The first area I've seen is cancer. When we're looking at cancerous things, we see that that's constant growth. The other area is in relation to invasive species. In both cases, what we're looking at when we see this constant, never-ending growth is that there comes a point where there's going to be a collapse. And we see that with our economic systems. There's all sorts of things that we go through with booms and busts. And I'm by no means an economist, but I'm very fascinated by how we get these patterns and how they're constantly cycling through and occurring. If an organism is constantly growing, eventually it's going to come to a point where it's going to run out of resources, run out of places where it can grow. And I am very concerned with the cultural attitude that we have about growth, because it's constantly about where's the next big thing, where's the next big growth occurring. And we see this also, in other smaller areas as well. So it's just something to think about and consider. I don't have the answers to this problem, but I do like asking questions and being curious. So I'd love to see if anybody else has any ideas on this. But one of the things that I do believe that we need to focus on is shifting our cultural view away from growth mindset and focusing on maturity mindset. That is, when we grow, the growth is about sustainable, meaningful engagement, sustainable, meaningful maturation. Because the organisms that do sustain and live for long periods of time are those that are able to grow as they need and mature and maintain as they need.